Tonight, collisions in Cambridge.
The tragedy of the loss of a child, and especially at this type of a season.
Concerns in the community after the tragic death of a child and another crash in the same area today. 3 men from Scotland make their first Canadian court appearances in connection with the 2023 death of an Owen Sound restaurant owner. Counting down to opening day.
We've got the best start in 75 years for winter.
The scramble to complete construction at Chicopee and welcome skiers ahead of the holidays. Good evening. A memorial continues to grow along a busy street in Cambridge after a 3-year-old girl and a 31-year-old woman were both seriously injured. The young girl later died from her injuries. Now, area residents are sounding the alarm when it comes to safety concerns about that area. CTV's Karis Mapp joining us now. And Karis, you were out at the site of yesterday's fatal collision, and when you got there, in fact, today you saw the aftermath of another crash in the area.
That's right, Tony. This crash involved 2 vehicles along Cedar Street, just across from the Westgate Centre Plaza. Now, I want to point out that police haven't yet confirmed the cause of either crash, but both pedestrians and drivers in the area say they hope to see increased safety measures put into place. A memorial continues to grow at the scene where a 3-year-old girl was killed Thursday afternoon in Cambridge. The girl was walking with a 31-year-old woman along Cedar Street near the Westgate Centre Plaza when the pair were struck. City officials and community members say they're still reeling from the crash.
The trauma of that, the despair that must go through them, it's beyond understandable.
On Friday morning, another crash involving 2 vehicles. Police say one person was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and one of the drivers has been charged. However, the back-to-back crashes are causing concern for the community, especially those who walk often in the area.
I know that a lot of people are not stopping and they just keep going or try to go as fast as they can.
For disability advocate Sean Haas, Thursday's crash was devastating news. The double amputee who lives nearby used to use the crosswalk on Cedar Street, but says he now avoids it at all costs after almost being hit multiple times himself.
I've talked to the police a couple times and have informed them of what has happened and how close of accidents that I've been in. And then to have this 3-year-old die, it's inexcusable.
Haas says police have told him they'd send officers to monitor the area.
But if they're there for half an hour and nobody goes through the lights, they're not going to catch anything. It doesn't make sense.
He and others have ideas of how they'd like to see safety become a priority.
They could put a camera on the top of the light that turns on when the button's pressed and off when the button is done.
I think they should put more stuff, maybe more lights up there.
Cambridge Mayor Jan Liggett says Cedar Street is a regional road, and while the circumstances around Thursday's crash are still under investigation, the mayor says the city may advocate for changes in the future, like lowering the speed limit.
This is not a community safety zone here, so that's why it's 50, but that's something that maybe should be considered marking it as a community safety zone. So that's, my transportation team will put that forward most likely to the region to see about having that happen.
In the meantime, a community continues to mourn.
It's heart-wrenching to know that 3-year-old girl won't wake up, won't see Christmas, won't be going to school with her friends.
Waterloo Regional Police say Thursday's crash remains under investigation, and at this time, they are not commenting any further. Tony.
Okay, Karis, thank you. CTV's Karis Mapp joining us live with that report. We have an update now on the crash that killed a 7-year-old in Hamilton yesterday. The child was hit by a city bus near Emerald and Wilson Streets at around 1 p.m. and died of their injuries. Investigators have determined that neither the bus driver nor the child's caregiver were responsible for the incident. Police say the investigation is ongoing. 3 men from Scotland made their first Canadian court appearances today following the violent death of an Owen Sound restaurant owner more than 2 years ago. CTV's Scott Miller reports.
The man accused of punching Sharif Rahman and leaving him to die in the street in front of his Owen Sound restaurant made his first Canadian court appearance today. 25-year-old Robert Evans is charged with manslaughter for allegedly punching Sharif Rahman outside of the Curry House in Owen Sound on August 17, 2023, following a dispute over an unpaid dinner bill. Rahman would die a week later from his injuries. It would take nearly a year in July of 2024 before police located and charged Evans in his native Scotland with Rahman's death. Evans' father Robert and uncle Barry Evans have also been arrested and charged with accessory after the fact for allegedly helping Evans flee Canada less than a week after Rahman was fatally punched outside of his restaurant. The trio, all from Scotland, consented to be extradited to Canada in October of this year. They arrived in Owen Sound on Thursday. The three men made brief court appearances in Owen Sound Court this morning, saying very little as they were formally charged and remanded back into custody. The death of Rahman, a well-respected businessman and volunteer, gripped his community of Owen Sound. Hundreds of people laid flowers and took part in a candlelight vigil in his honor back in 2023. Officials with the Owen Sound Police and Grey Bruce OPP say they are aware of the impact this investigation has had on the community. Evans Jr. has his next court date December 15th. His father, Robert Evans, will return to court on January the 7th, and Uncle Barry Evans has his next court date January the 12th. In Owen Sound, Scott Miller, CTV News.
Hamilton police say they've busted a group believed to be responsible for a series of thefts from jewelry stores across the province. Investigators released this video showing some of the stolen property that was recovered during the probe dubbed Project Crowbar. Police say so many items were seized that it'll take days to complete, or even weeks possibly, to complete a full inventory. They allege the group stole more than $60,000 in merchandise from just one store in Hamilton and are also suspected of similar break-and-enters in Brantford, Guelph, Niagara, and Peel. 5 people in their 20s and 30s have been charged. Police in Durham region have announced dozens of arrests and hundreds of charges in a gun and drug investigation called Project Hydrogen. They seized more than $2.7 million worth of illegal drugs. CTV's John Musselman brings us that story.
A table full of illegal drugs and handguns was on display at Durham Regional Headquarters today. All of it seized during a 9-month police investigation targeting a gang known as 44.
This group resides across Durham Region and the GTA, and we're suspected of being involved in the possession of and trafficking of illegal guns and drug distribution. Their criminal activities stretch well beyond Durham Region, reaching as far as Northern Ontario as well as Winnipeg.
Police say more than $2.7 million worth of drugs has been taken off the streets. The drugs include cocaine and fentanyl. 4 of these handguns were traced back to the city of Detroit. They were stolen and then illegally brought into Canada.
We are seeing a deeply concerning rise in gun crime. Violent discharge of firearms and shootings have increased by 10% this year over last, and we're already responded to 44 such incidents this year.
Members of this gang have flaunted their illicit earnings on social media, glorifying a culture that celebrates financial success through criminal activities.
The investigation was launched in April. 61 search warrants were executed in parts of the GTA, Northern Ontario, and Winnipeg. 34 people have been charged in connection with this case. The charges include drug trafficking and possession of illegal weapons. John Musselman, CTV News in Whitby.
Okay, let's have a first check on the weather now. Leanne Evans joining us on this Friday evening. A chilly Friday to end off the week. Those wind chills just kept coming back to bite us this week.
Yeah, they really did. We saw some overnight lows that were dipping into the minus 20s. Some set records. It was a cold week. And
for the start of December, yeah.
You know what? We're not done with it. Arctic air will be pushing into southern Ontario, bringing with it cold temperatures by the time we get to Sunday. But let's talk about right now first. Calm conditions this hour in Waterloo region. Likely going to see some flurries pick up into the overnight hours by the around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We do have some snow squall watches to tell you about north of Waterloo region through Listowel, Mount Forest, along the north shores of Lake Huron and Georgian Bay. This is expected into the weekend as well. Some communities looking at 20 to 40 centimeters of localized accumulation. With that comes, of course, poor visibility out there on the roads. We could see blowing snow as well, with those wind speeds gusting upwards of 60 kilometers an hour. Current temperatures in Waterloo region -4. It's feeling closer into the minus double digits when we do factor in that wind chill, and that's what was playing a factor out there through the afternoon as well. Okay, coming up, we'll talk about the weekend forecast, what's in store, and what to expect next week in the long range. Tony.
Okay, Leanne, thank you. Lots of reaction today to Conservative MP Michael Ma crossing the floor to join the Liberal Party, which is now on the brink of a majority government. It's a blow to the opposition and party leader Pierre Poilievre ahead of next month's leadership review. CTV's Judy Trin is following the latest reaction in Ottawa.
To our newest member of the Liberal Party, Michael Ma.
Plans for Michael Ma's defection were completed just a few hours before the Prime Minister announced it. Sources say the stealthy move was initiated by Natural Resources Minister Tim Hodgson, who represents a neighbouring riding.
Wow, such a big welcome. Thank you.
Few saw it coming. Ma was dancing at the Conservative Christmas party a day earlier. He even posed with Pierre Poilievre for photos. On X, his secret Santa, Conservative MP Kurt Holman, says he gave Ma an Amazon Fire Stick and wants it back. Poilievre says Ma is letting down the people who elected him to fight for an affordable future and will have to answer to them. Ma was elected this past April in Markham-Unionville. In the riding, nearly 60% of residents are from China or South Asia. Regional Councillor Joe Lee campaigned for Ma. He says many constituents support Carney's recent moves to improve relations with China and India.
By and large, they think the Prime Minister make a good move.
This follows Chris D'Entremont's floor crossing in November. The Carney government is now at 171 seats, just one away from a majority, and are open to courting others.
They realize, like we do, that we're in a trade war and that serious solutions are required. And they are required every day to go through this charade of obstruction. That is a soul-destroying experience for many Conservative members of Parliament.
In the new year, there could be as many as 4 by-elections, and they're not all safe Liberal seats. As for Pierre Poilievre, he'll have to answer questions about the defections when his leadership comes up for review in January. Judy Trin, CTV News, Ottawa.
As the Stratford festival season draws to a close, a new festival is just getting underway. The 6th annual Lights on Stratford officially begins tonight, featuring light installations from all around the world. CTV's Jeff Pickle joins us now, live from Market Square in Stratford. Oh, Jeff, looking beautiful behind you there. That's where the largest of the installations sits. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Tony, and a good reporter knows when to get out of the way and just show the goods here. So this is the Chrono Harp. I said it's one of several large light installations happening this year. It took about a week to set up by a crew from Australia. They were working through a blizzard and freezing rain trying to get this thing set up in time. This is the 6th year of Lights On. There's several installations set up around the city, including over at Tom Patterson Island. But yeah, a really fun event, something that's been going on for a number of years now, and I'm joined now by the executive director of this Lights On event, Zach Gribble. Zach, basically, how do you describe to people what Lights On is and what it's all about?
Well, the short description is it's an international winter lights festival. We have light art installations from around the world and from Canada and made in Stratford. But really, it's what happens when a community comes together to celebrate winter, beauty, and magic.
And I know when I was talking to people saying it's think more art than maybe like a Christmas lights display we see in other communities.
Well, this starts mid-December, and sometimes it's confused for a holiday light show, but it is an international light art festival. It goes right until mid-January, and we really connect our downtown. We treat it as a stage, and we set it with light, and so you can wander the streets of Stratford, go to our parks, and you'll see incredible light displays.
Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Great thing. Great setup here at Market Square in front of City Hall. Also an amazing display over on Tom Patterson Island. We'll be heading there next and get a sight at that one. A really fun display over there. So we'll see you a little while to bring that to you as well, Tony.
Looking forward to it. Jeff Pickle in Stratford, the festival city in more ways than one this weekend. Gotta love that. Okay, and let's now check in with Toy Mountain. And for that, we're going to head out to our lobby here at CTV right now, where Leanne Evans is standing by with some more guests who are about to help us add to that toy mountain for the Salvation Army. Leanne.
Yes, and Tony, we have been building that mountain up all week because, of course, we remember the Salvation Army came to pick up some of those toys, and now we've rebuilt it, and we have more people here tonight to help us. The KW Kinsmen are here with us back again for another year. Steve King, great to see you. Thanks for coming out again.
Thanks for having us again.
Okay, so you guys, this is your third year, I believe, with doing Toy Mountain. What keeps you coming back?
Oh, we just love giving back to the community. We've been in the community for the Salvation Army in this program for many years, and then we just decided as a club collectively a few years ago to come out and really focus in on the toys.
Okay, great. How has the campaign been for you guys this year?
You know what? Tick in pricing, so we had to be strategic when we bought, but we've been able to come in with over 130 items this year. We had a couple little helpers with us this year to help pick out. We looked at age ranges anywhere from infants all the way to teenagers.
Okay, and we do have these elves here who are going to help us build that mountain up. What are some of the toys you collected? You mentioned that you were looking for young all the way to teens. What were you looking for?
Well, we got some Hot Wheels. We had an expert here in Hot Wheels help us pick those out. We had some. We even got into some of the things that we thought teenagers would like, which would be some of the science experiments and different things of that nature.
Okay, perfect. Well, you heard that. Over 130 items that we'll be adding to Toy Mountain tonight in support of the Salvation Army. It's great to have you guys here with us. We look forward to you making that donation a little bit later on in the newscast. For now, Tony, back to you.
All right, Leanne, thank you. And we'd like to remind you to sign up for the CTV Kitchener newsletter. Content right to your inbox every morning, the top stories, the latest forecast, and some must-see videos. You can head over to our website to sign up, and that, of course, is ctvnewskitchener.ca. Well, after the break, eyeing up a date to hit the slopes at Chicopee. Preparations now underway to open one of the busiest places after one of the snowiest starts to the season we've had in years.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. ctvkitchener.ca, your home for news. When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
It's one of the best starts in decades. Chicopee Ski Hill hopes to open before Christmas, thanks to an already snowy season. There's just one more thing that needs to be crossed off the list, though. CTV's Spencer Turcott explains.
The snow is flying high above, and down below, grounds crews are hard at work.
We've got the best start in 75 years for winter, so we're making snow 24/7.
Rows and rows of boots and helmets, skis and snowboards stacked neatly, ready to be rented for the 91st season at Chicopee Ski Resort in Kitchener.
The temperatures have been fantastic, and we're hoping to go on the 20th. It's been several years since we've seen pre-Christmas openings in this sort of weather.
I mean, this is probably the emptiest you're ever going to see the chalet, but in about a week's time, the hope is to have this place packed with people coming in to warm up with some hot food and some hot chocolate. But there is one big item on the to-do list.
We're always praying for this sort of weather, and we finally got it. Yet this year, we're still wrapping up some construction.
This small mud hill, evidence of renovations and repairs.
Front stairs, drainage at the bottom of the hill. You'll notice people still putting pipe in, and we got to get excavators off the hill. Some of the rest of the repairs we've had to halt just because winter's here.
Most of the pipes that help make snow have been replaced. The hill also has some fancy new features.
We'll be really excited to show you once we're up and running with a brand new lift, 2 new runs on the back side of the hill.
By Friday afternoon, there was no shortage of snow being made.
We've probably put between 10 and 12 million gallons of water on the hill as snow.
Making staff that much more confident about an early Christmas miracle at Chicopee. Spencer Turcott, CTV News, Kitchener.
A firm no this morning from the Premier on selling the province's $80 million inventory of U.S. booze and then giving the money to food banks. A few days ago, Doug Ford said he needed to talk to the LCBO about the idea.
Well, we aren't going to do that. This is President Trump that's trying to attack our economy. He's trying to take jobs. And really, the wine industry in Ontario has seen a 79% increase. This is helping Ontario with jobs and people with jobs. And until he makes a deal, a fair deal for Canada and Ontario, the answer is absolutely not. So we want to protect Ontario jobs. And Donald Trump's trying to take every job he possibly can off us, and I'll never stop fighting for the people of Ontario.
Manitoba, PEI, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland and Labrador have sold some of their surplus American alcohol for charity. Ontario has $2 million worth of stock that's about to expire. The Canadian Pharmacists Association is warning of the dangers of Americans purchasing increasing amounts of medications in Canada. CTV's health reporter Pauline Chan has more.
Americans have been coming across the border to Canada and Mexico for years, seeking cheaper medications. But recently, there's been a worrisome development.
What we've noticed more recently, of course, is that some states have developed these programs that are a little bit more bulk purchase-like. So they're not fully, state endorsed, but there's employers who are doing it.
And the concern is that bulk purchases like that could adversely affect Canadian medication supplies and aggravate shortages. Some types of medications most commonly affected by cross-border purchasing include diabetes and weight loss drugs like insulin and GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic or Wegovy, biologics, and oncology drugs. A recent study shows almost 60% of Americans suspect or even knowingly buy their medications from outside the U.S., especially from Canada.
People look to Canada because we have the similar drugs, but we also have a very safe and well-known pharmacy system.
Walker points to BC, which is able to track where drugs like Ozempic are going.
There was quite a significant amount going through a couple of pharmacies in BC down to the U.S.
It's technically not allowed, says Walker, but other provinces don't have systems to track purchasers. The Canadian Pharmacists Association would like to see the ability to track purchasers' data in all provinces.
Enforcement still remains a little bit of a difficult topic, primarily because Canadian pharmacies are regulated and the profession is regulated by regulatory authorities in each province. But if you're acting outside of that and you're not a licensed pharmacist or you're not a licensed pharmacy, technically the colleges don't really have a way to regulate you.
It adds that U.S. purchasers not only drain resources from Canadian patients, they also put an administrative burden on Canadian pharmacists and doctors as we struggle to find alternative medications. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
Live look at the KW skyline from our tower camera tonight. And as Leanne was mentioning, we're going to have some pretty cold nights coming up, particularly toward the end of this weekend. We'll rejoin Leanne for all of those weather details in just a few moments. Also ahead, sticking out in a talented crowd, we check in with a third-year Kitchener Rangers player about what sets him apart. So you know how sometimes we have those Decembers where it's milder than others? I'm losing all hope that we're ever going to see a day above zero again before the end of the year.
Hey, you know what? I might have some good news for you.
Ooh.
In the long range.
The long range.
Yeah, the long range. Because first, we're going to see some colder conditions.
We've been battling through some real bundle-up weather lately.
Yeah, we really have. So we've seen temperatures into the -20s. This past week, and we've also seen a lot more snow than what we're used to seeing this time of year.
Yeah, I mean, as Spencer was saying in his report about Chicopee, there is a good news side to that too, but boy, oh boy, yes, it is piling up.
Yep, winter came with a vengeance this year. And I know some people love winter and love the snow, so I'm happy for you.
I used to love it. I used to love it back in the days when there were big snowbanks at the end of my driveway and we would,
build igloos.
Build igloos, slide.
Yeah, I did like that too. But I don't like it when You're trying to get around town.
That's correct, yes.
If you're a kid, you might be having fun. Maybe not trying to get around town, but that's okay. Hey, we got to work with it. We live in Canada. It is what it is. All right, let's take a look at the forecast and what's happening out there. We do have some snow squall watches to tell you about. Areas Listowel, Mount Forest, off the shores of Georgian Bay, the north shores of Lake Huron. Looking at some lake effect snow and snow squalls happening this weekend. Some communities looking at 20 to 40 centimeters of accumulation. Conditions can be hazardous to travel and do your commuting, especially if you're traveling from KW to Mount Forest or communities in and around there. Wind speeds anywhere from 50 to 60 kilometers an hour. That can lead to blowing snow and reduced visibility out there on the roads. Here's how things play out as we get into the overnight hours. That's that lake effect snow and some of the squalls that we're talking about. It becomes more widespread in the early morning hours Saturday, and then it kind of dissipates into flurry activity by Saturday afternoon. So we will see some snowfall here locally, but it won't be a complete storm. We'll see some cloudy skies, and the sun looks like it'll try to peek out on Saturday as well. And then by Sunday, we're going to be seeing plenty of sunshine as temperatures drop. So looking at anywhere from 2 to 5 centimeters of localized accumulation. Areas north of Waterloo Region, as you can see through Owen Sound, Goderich, anywhere from 15 to 20 centimeters of snowfall over the next 24 hours. Currently sitting at -4 in Waterloo Region. It's -2 through the GTA, -3 in the city of Windsor. When we factor in that wind chill that's been playing a factor through the afternoon, it's feeling closer to the minus double digits this hour. Today in Kitchener-Waterloo, we got up to a daytime high of -3, just slightly below seasonal for this time of year. But again, that overnight low, -17, much cooler than what we're used to at a -8 in the overnight hours for this time of year. Overnight tonight, it's going to be much more seasonal. -8, feeling closer to -14 when we factor in the wind chill. Those flurries and scattered flurries rather will begin in the overnight hours, likely around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow, warming up to -6. We'll feel closer to -16 with the wind chill and wind speeds gusting upwards of about 50 kilometers an hour. Keep it in mind if you're doing any outdoor winter activities, because we could see some blowing snow. Sunday, this is what I was talking about, that extreme cold that's moving into southern Ontario. -10 for a daytime high, -19 for an overnight low. However, we will see some sunshine as the flurries move out in the morning hours. And if you're in the Windsor area, mix of sun and cloud into Sunday afternoon, and you'll see some sunshine through the first part of next week as well. And Tony, I want to point out, if you take a look at Thursday, 6 degrees, the daytime high in the Windsor area. I believe it was about 4 in Waterloo Region. So we will see temperatures rise above the freezing mark by the time we get to next week. And when that happens, we do have the chance to see some mixed precipitation as well as possibly just some rainfall too. Okay, today's weather watchers from Paul. Paul says pancake ice was forming yesterday and overnight along the South Georgian Bay shoreline. And then he comments and says it's nature's jigsaw puzzle. Gotta love it. Thanks, Paul.
Okay, I hear some elves outside of our studio, or something's going on out there, which means it's Toy Mountain time. So Leanne, we'll send things over to you at the mountain to fill us in on what's going on tonight.
Yes, the KW Kinsmen are here with us, and you did hear some elves. I'm going to get them to start bringing the toys in, because I know they have a lot of toys to add to this mountain. Steve, thanks so much for being here with us tonight.
Thanks for having us back again.
Okay, first, let's talk about how you take part in many different charitable organizations with the Kinsmen and the club. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the Kinsmen have been around for over 82 years in the region. The organization itself over 100. And one of the things that we're very active in is sports within the community. So if anyone's ever been to the Odd and they see the Kinsmen Arena, that was through us, or they've driven by the 401. And then we get involved in campaigns such as Toy Mountain throughout the year, as many other things. It's all funded by our annual TV auction that's coming up later on in March of 2026.
Fantastic stuff. And it's your 3rd year taking part in Toy Mountain. You're back once again Leanne, what made you come back and support the Salvation Army and families in need this holiday season?
Oh, one of the big things is that we love giving back to the community, and obviously this is a big thing for so many people at this time of the year, is opening up a present. I mean, having two young, or I don't know where the elves want themselves, but those are my little ones right there, and I know the excitement that they have from seeing their elf run around and do different things in the morning to opening presents up on Christmas, and every child just needs to have it because it's the best feeling in the world.
And they've been helping you out with this campaign, and of course bringing the toys in, helping out fill the toy mountain. What do you think it's teaching them?
I think it's teaching them that that there are people that aren't as fortunate as them, and that's one of the things I'm trying to instill in them, is that there are people that are very blessed, and then there's some people that struggle, and be able to go out and ensure that the people that are able to have something to open in the morning, I think it resonates with them. It might not seem like it at times, but I think it's starting at a young age. So
yeah, of course, it's teaching them young and values that they can keep as they grow up as well. Let's talk about the toys, because you've brought over 130 items here today to help fill out our mountain. What were you shopping for?
We shop for infants all the way through to teenagers. We got board games, so something for the entire family, something that brothers and sisters and families can all do together. We got some stuffies, we got Barbies, we got Hot Wheels, we got a ton soccer and basketball and volleyball, just to make sure kids are also active as well and not just in front of a TV.
Well, hey, it's something for everyone.
Absolutely.
Okay, Steve, thank you so much for your generous donation. Thanks for coming back, supporting Toy Mountain and the Salvation Army with the club as well. Okay, so another donation, Tony. We're continuing to build up this Toy Mountain, and it's great to see it all coming together.
And we are loving watching it. Okay, Leanne, thank you very much. And up next, time is ticking to get in on the Loblaw bread price fixing settlement. We'll take a look at how consumers can get their share right after this.
It's time to build a toy mountain.
Make this holiday season merry for so many kids.
Bring new, unwrapped toys to your local Canadian Tire.
All in support of the Salvation Army.
We'll be collecting donations from November 19th to December 24th.
With all donations helping families right here in our community.
Toy Mountain, supported by the Core Group, Goman's Appliances, and the Crack Specialists.
Let's make this the best toy mountain ever.
Visit ctvkitchener.ca for more ways to donate.
It's the final day to claim a slice of the Loblaw bread price-fixing settlement. CTV's Scott Hurst has more on what you need to know to get some money.
This is your chance to get money from a $500 million settlement, and today is the last call to submit a claim. Anyone across the country can apply, all Canadian residents over the age of 18. No proof of purchase is necessary, so no stress trying to find an old grocery receipt. You're eligible if you bought packaged bread between 2001 and 2021. You just need to file a claim online. There is a separate claim process for Quebec residents. This stems from accusations against Loblaw and its parent company of engaging in an industry-wide scheme to fix the price of bread, along with other big players in the grocery industry who have denied involvement.
We've been litigating for 8 years. It's been very difficult. It's an expensive, protracted, slow process. But we did our best to hold Loblaw's feet to the fire. But to their credit, they came to the table. But the most important thing, in addition to the money, the other really important feature is that we're going to be getting information from Loblaw's in Q1 next year, which we hope will, let's just say, bolster our cases against the other alleged co-conspirators.
Payments will be made by Interac e-transfer or by check. If requested, you'll likely see that money within 6 to 12 months. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
With 2 shopping weekends left before Christmas, retail studies have spotted a trend. More Canadians cutting back on holiday spending. But there are signs shoppers are getting smarter, looking for discounts, and when they can, buying local. CTV's Peter Sperling was out with shoppers today.
I think all of this cost me just under $20.
Stacy Smith is saving where she can.
Where I can cut corners. that's what I'm going to do.
For some items, she's shopping at Dollarama.
You can't beat the price. The last couple of years, I started coming primarily just for Christmas decorations, but over the last little while, I've been able to find more and more things.
The discount chain reporting a 22% increase in sales this fall.
I think Canadians in general are stretched.
According to a TD Bank survey, many Canadians intend to cut back on holiday expenses.
So definitely the overall theme is folks are kind of redefining what Christmas looks like for them financially, where they spend their money, how they spend it.
Rethinking traditions and getting creative. The survey shows 46% are scaling back on gifts for family and 44% dialing down social spending.
Setting a budget, understanding what you need to spend on and how much you want to spend for it, and then really sticking to it becomes super, super important.
Holiday shoppers watching their spending.
Definitely, and we have to because everything is gone expensive.
I wanted to watch my budget, but honestly, it's going to go over it.
Would you like a bag?
According to TD, many Canadians planning to spend about half of their holiday budget at small businesses.
Well, I think, your dollar goes so much further for small businesses.
Maker House, a destination for buying Canadian-made.
We've seen it all year long with the Buy Canadian movement, but especially during our busy time, November, December, a lot of new faces around here.
On this one, Merry Christmas.
As for Smith, she's hoping to stay within her budget.
With a 10-year-old that has a lot of wants, it's going to be a Christmas miracle, but we'll see what happens.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
All right, time now to recap our top stories. CTV's Krista Simpson joining us in studio with the latest. And Krista, we're going to begin with those questions and community concerns after a 3-year-old child was fatally struck in Cambridge yesterday.
Tony, the exact circumstances and what happened are still under investigation, but many people in the area are calling for safety changes. The child was one of 2 pedestrians that were hit on Thursday afternoon. It happened by Westgate Centre Plaza on Cedar Street. Cambridge Mayor Jan Liggett says the city's transportation department will likely look at making a case to the region to turn that area into a community safety zone, which would mean lowering the speed limit. Chicopee Ski Hill is almost ready for the season, and it looks like for the first time in a while it will open before Christmas. They are on track to open a little more than a week from now on Saturday the 20th, but all the snow even caught them a bit by surprise as they are still finishing up a few construction projects.
Okay, good to know. And Krista, turning to what our digital team's been watching today, some questions in the Breslau area after an apparent explosion last night.
Tony, we have some video from someone's home security camera showing a bright ball of light and smoke rising. The mayor of Woolwich confirms that firefighters were called to the Safety Clean facility in Breslau last night, and the fire chief says the cold weather is ultimately to blame. It caused a pressure relief valve to freeze. For more, you can scan the QR code on the bottom left of your screen to get this story on our CTV News app. You can also visit our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca. Tony.
All right, a lot of interest in wondering what happened there. Okay, Krista Simpson in our studio. Thank you, Krista. Kitchener Rangers forward Matthias Stark is in his 3rd year with the club. He shares what sets him apart from other players in the OHL on this week's edition of Beyond the Bench.
Back in front against Stark, and he scores!
I'm Matthias Stark. I'm a center, and this is my 3rd year in Kitchener.
Just a loose puck finds its way right back to Stark.
Yeah, I think I have a good hockey IQ. I see the game well and allows me to make great plays on the ice.
Stark is going to get there. Stark to the empty net, tucks it home. Rangers with the dagger here in Erie.
Big team goals to get to the championship and hopefully win it, but obviously, we're just taking it day by day and just every day just try to win the day.
Matthias Stark finishes it off, and Kitchener will improve to 2-0.
The feeling of winning, it's something that we strive for. It's why you play sports. You want to accomplish something, and having your hands on some silverware is a goal that we have here, and that's what keeps us motivated every day.
All right, stay with us. Back in a moment with another check on that Lights On Festival in Stratford we were telling you about earlier. See you in a minute.
Holiday set decoration provided by Royal City Nursery.
All right, well, we all know Stratford for theater, but they've got another festival underway, and it actually just launched less than an hour ago. It's called Lights on Stratford, an international light art exhibit, installations all over the city. Now, we were at Market Square earlier, but now we find CTV's Jeff Pickle has made his way over to Tom Patterson Island. Jeff, quite the display over there, too.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a fun one, Tony. It's called Birds of a Feather, and again, I'm going to step out of the way to let you see a little bit of what's going on here. It's a busy night on opening night, but a bunch of these kind of inflatable light-like birds on Tom Patterson Island. It looks very cool from up close like this. It also looks cool when you're just kind of driving by and seeing these birds. We got a blue jay there as well. Some other birds. I think the blue jay's a big hit, and yeah, it's very fun. A lot of things going on. We have a lot of people out here enjoying themselves, including we have Dave, Declan. Declan's having a heck of a time, and Pippa, right? Pippa, excellent. And so, Dave, tell me a little bit about why you decided to come out tonight.
Yeah, we actually have done it for the last few years. It's something that us and our family really like to do. It's a great little thing that the city puts on.
Now, there is, I think, a right answer to this. Do we have any favorite birds we saw while we were out here?
Hey, Pip, what's your favorite bird?
It would be the owl.
The owl.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
Do you have a favorite bird, buddy?
Yeah, the red bird.
The white bird? The red bird? Yeah, you did good. I was thinking maybe we'd say the blue jay, but those are all good birds.
Daddy's favorite bird.
Daddy's favorite bird's got the blue jay. So a lot of people out here having fun tonight on Tom Patterson Island. A lot of things going on. So again, this whole festival runs for 6 weeks. They've got hot chocolate. They've got shuttle buses running people out here. So a lot of things to do when you come enjoy the lights, enjoy the city. It's a little something to do during the cold, during winter. Tony?
All right, you know, Jeff, there's so much to love about Stratford already. I love that you've highlighted this for us. It's a great way to check out the lights tonight. Thanks, Jeff. That's Jeff Pickle at the Lights on Stratford Festival. All right, more news coming up in a moment. First of all, let's head over to Leanne.
Surprised Jeff Pickle's out there with no gloves on because it is quite cold. We are feeling the wind chill into the minus double digits tonight. Calm conditions now, but snow is on the way. We'll break it down coming up in Wake Up Weather. Here's your Friday night lineup on CTV. The Big Bang Theory, followed by Happy's Place, Stumble, Hell's Kitchen, and cap things off with Boston Blue tonight on CTV.
I'm Paul Hollingsworth in Halifax. Tonight on CTV National News, taking stock of the Buy Canadian movement.
I buy what's on sale.
The factors holding people back from buying local in Canada this holiday season.
It takes a lot of effort.
Tonight on CTV National News and ctvnews.ca.
Well, hello, welcome back. Prompter's in the wrong spot. Yes, Krista Simpson's joining us next. That's what's happening with a look at what we'll have later tonight at 11:30. Krista, bring this train back on the tracks here.
Well, Tony, as everyone saw, Jeff Pickle is out at Lights on Stratford tonight. So we'll have more of the impressive sights and sounds from that event at 11:30 as it kicks off. Also, the Kitchener Rangers are in Flint for a rare Friday night away game. We'll see if they can get back in the winning column against the Firebirds. Tony.
Okay, Krista, thank you so much for that. And Leanne, our Wake Up Weather tells us what about the start of our weekend?
Well, we are certainly going to be starting off likely with some snowfall here locally and for many communities right across southern Ontario. The flurries starting after the midnight hour tonight. So prepare for that as you're waking up tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some dry conditions through the day, but likely going to be a little bit of a snowy start to the weekend.
Okay. I mean, not like we aren't used to it by now.
No, exactly. It is December.
Feels like every time I look outside my window at night, I see snowflakes falling under the streetlights.
But you know what's nice is when it is flurry activity and it's nice and light, and you can still get out for a walk, enjoy it.
And then it's more of a nice background scene than something getting in the way.
Maybe you're putting up your tree tomorrow or something. It's making it feel like the holiday season.
Could be good weather for that. That's right. Well, let's take a look, speaking of the holidays, at our Toy Mountain before we let you go. It's growing again. Another donation tonight.
Yeah, again this year, of course, we're partnering with the Salvation Army to ensure every child has a gift to open Christmas morning. Tonight we had the KW Kinsmen in to give us a very generous donation, and it's their 3rd year taking part in Toy Mountain.
A nice collection of toys, games, and you know, this morning, speaking of, we had the great folks at Northfield Metal Products bright and early, unloading a couple of boxes of toys into our studios this morning. More than 100 toys, actually, all packed into those boxes. And they also brought $440 in cash, which the Salvation Army can always use. They also need things like gift cards for teens. So this is all going to help out. There's Sarge from Bounce Radio helping to, well, he was our concierge this morning, welcoming them in and helping them deliver those over to the mountain.
Well, that must have been early donation. Sarge is here nice and early.
Yes, he is.
This is, of course, a prime example of how local businesses have been getting on board, helping to make sure every child and teen across Waterloo region has a gift to open Christmas morning. Our huge thanks to the team at Northfield Metal Products, and we worked with a lot of businesses this week. It was great to see businesses getting on board with Toy Mountain.
They've all bought in. They've all understood, you know, that this is all about paying it forward to a community. And by the way, if you think this week was big, you wait until next week.
Yeah, wait for it.
I know you've been working on quite the itinerary because we've got a big finale show, which is happening on Wednesday night, but also we're going to be welcoming group after group into the studio to take that mountain to new heights.
Yeah, and you know what? Finale night, Wednesday, December 17th. It's always a great night here at our CTV Kitchener studios, and we've got lots planned for this year's finale, and we're even hoping to see Santa Claus. Maybe.
I think we will. I think we will. I only have one more piece of information to share tonight.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Amy.
Happy birthday, Amy, your sister.
It's my sister's birthday today.
Oh my goodness, Amy, happy birthday.
And now I have done my big brotherly duties.
Yes, you have. I was going to say, just one more piece of information. That's it.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Krista Simpson's here at 11:30. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, enjoy it.